Hold on 1 second, guys, while I turn this on. I don't care. No, wait a minute. Hold on. Let's see. What is on YouTube? Okay, yeah, we're good. That looks like we're good there. That looks like we're good there. What's up, everybody? How y'all doing? It is Syntax Bribe, and do we have that? Yes, we have that on. Not that we really need it. But how y'all doing? We are going to be back in our creative world. We're going to be doing some testing and stuff. So, sit back, relax, chill while I figure out how to do what I want to do with what I want to do, which is basically the gold farm design. And I'm not sure about this design, but this is basically what it's going to be. So if we put the floor there, I'm thinking we're going to have to move the floor up to put this level with the floor. And this is just a sorting system. We're not having an ad right now, okay? Give me a few minutes at least. Jeez. Okay, so this is the one that does the blocks. This is the one that does the nuggets. This is the filter for the ingots. So let's do some filtering items. I don't know why that's in there. I think we do this instead. And since that's already handling that, let's change this. Hold on a second. I just realized this is creative. It doesn't. I don't like that. Okay, so then I go like this. That works. But then I think I have a problem with this, don't I? Because I don't think this is going to work right. Right. If we do that, that happens, which is what we don't. No, no, no. Yeah, this isn't going to work. That's not going to work. Because that can cause it to do something we don't want. This one here works fine for that. This does not work fine. Hey, Talkraft! I would have, but I decided I need to do check on this thing. I need to figure out this it's my next project in the console craft, so I need to figure this out. So I need to do some redstone testing and stuff. So I was going to do that, but now I realize that that's not going to work for this because this could do that. So I need it to only activate when it does this. Which means I need to have that there, that there. That there. And that's now a problem. Because with this feeding into two directions so that I can get... The ingots are going to be pretty quick. Just make the redstone signal flow once every so on seconds to do that. No, it needs to be specific for when this has 9. So I could get the block. But no, at no other time. So it means it's not this one. It is gotta be this configuration right here. Which is a problem for how I have this. Because I need to have... Not a problem. Okay, I'm going to have to power it from underneath. Oh, that's been a minute since I've done this. Let's do some breaking. Okay, so basically what I need is I need this here. And then I need that there. This one subtract. Takes us over till it turns 9, right? So make the redstone repeating the flow of 9 seconds, not 9 seconds, but I don't know. No, because the problem is, let's say, for example, it's about the timing. I understand what you're saying with the 9-second thing. Let me lower down my music. It's a little loud for me. Go figure. It's so low right there. Definitely got an issue with this headset. How do I explain it? Okay, so let's say we rig it so that it fires off every 9 seconds, like you said. But then what happens if in that exact point in time, I have that? Now I have this instead of a block. I need it to only power when there's 9 items inside of that, and then no other time. So the only way to do that is to do this. I've done it underneath before. It's just for some reason now I'm having a blank on how I did it. Where do I have that? I think it's on console craft. Let's see. So it's going to compare this, which I don't have one of those things for. Every 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. So this is putting out signal strength of 8. It's subtracting here. So when this here reads 9, it'll push out a signal strength, which is what I want. I also need that. Now, I need that to power here, which will then in turn power this block. Which will listen. That block will power that, right? Let's see, yeah, and then that powers that. I'm sure you understood me. I'll make a picture of comics to make it. No, I get it. You want it to time out so that every 9 seconds or so, this here will trigger. But if I do that, and then there's not the correct item in there, I get the wrong recipe. Because you're saying 9 seconds and then not 9 seconds. So the problem is I need a signal strength of 9. Like this is, I only want it to fire when this is here, right? So that way I only get that recipe. So this is what I'm triggering. And then I need to invert that signal, which means you do that. No, not that. Hold on. I know. I need. All right, well, send me a photo. And then we'll see. Maybe you have a different idea. I'm just trying to remember how I did this circuit. I've done this circuit before. It's just I need to do this. Right? And then that will then depower that. Basically, ooh, this is, I'm having a problem with this. So when there's a signal, when there's a 9 signal, hold on. Okay, so you go there, you go there. Need you to be depowered, which means I actually need this to be powered. I have done this already. It's I just don't remember how I built this. Oh, I know where it is. I know what it is. Not on Pantograph. I was thinking about it. It's on the Nexus. Go figure, of all places. It's actually on the Nexus. I remember now. No, wait. Actually, I remember how to make it. No, I don't. I'm trying to remember how I made it. Let me just go take a look. I know I built this circuit. It's just I can't remember how I designed it. It was like it's a one-off. It's a one-off. I built it because of space constraints, and I can't remember how I did it. Okay, so wait, no, that block's not there. That's supposed to be. That's not it. How? No. What? Oh, something updated. Great. I can't remember how I built the circuit, but I know I have this in the Nexus. It's how I make my paper. It's literally right there. It's small. I just can't remember how I built it. I'm trying to remember. I know where it is, but I can't remember it. Hurry up and join. Oh. So I have it reading out, and it does a comparison. And when it reaches the right signal strength, it pulses to a redstone dust. How am I? Oh, hey guys. How do I have this built? Hold on. I'm missing something because I think it's signal inversion, but I'm not sure. I could be totally wrong. I have to go find out. It's right there. It's right here. So, okay. So I have this. See, this is reading out. I have an actual crafter with 8 signal strength. And so when this here gets full, it's supposed to trigger. But it does that. It locks up every so often. So there's not a whole lot I can do about that. Hang on 1 second while I What? My own design makes no sense to me. Why does this have to be a target block? Oh my god, this is so backed up. I can't stay here. See how little I made this here? Like, this is tiny. Okay, so see, this is what I want. This is, I need this circuit. Right now I need this here teeny tiny little circuit. So this here reads in there, which pulsates this, which then does that, and then that. It's so weird how this circuit works. Let me take a screenshot in case I forget, but that's what I need. Did it take the screenshot? What's going on here? It's not taking a screenshot. What's going on here? Thank you. Okay, it took the screenshot. Alright. Let's look at what you sent me real quick. Let's take a look. Let's see. Right. So basically you make this circuit, right, and that's gonna be a rotating circuit. And at the 9th second, it cracks. I don't know exactly in seconds, but you get the idea. Right, but this is what I'm saying. I understood. Oh, wait. I understood that. You want it to be on a timer. But the problem is that can create, let me show you. Let me show you so you can see it. Open. Hello? The problem is it's not going to be a continual steady. There's going to be interruption. There's going to be a slight difference in the... Oh, hello. Oh, yeah, I needed that broken anyway. No, I didn't. I lied. Okay, so that goes like that. And then what I need is I need that block there. But if I have this tight, right, so you're saying basically your photo is basically like this. So it does a clock. But this is the problem with the clock. If the timing is off, you see, if this only had one recipe, yeah, no problem. But the problem is this thing has 3 different recipes for ingots. It can turn into nuggets, and if it just so happens that when that thing comes around, click right there, there's only 1 ingot, I get nuggets. If it just so happens that there's 2, when I click, there's 2 ingots in there, I get plates. I need it to be very, very specific to only ever fire when this thing has 9. So looking at my design, this is not going to work either because I have that on the wrong side. So basically, bro, I understand. You're making this thing so it's okay, let me ask you this. Your proposal is that it is a timed event. So every so many often seconds, ticks, however you want to call it, it pulsates this, right? It's on a timer. It's on a specific timer. Let's say every 15 seconds, that thing goes pulse. Is that what you're saying? Because if that's what you're saying, I can't. Yeah, timed event, but exactly because so it's enough to put all night. No, you can't do that. This is the part you're not understanding. It's not going to be a continual steady flow. This is going to be from a gold farm. The amount of gold that you get might be fast. It might be slow. It's. I don't want to make. I want to make sure it only fires when I have enough to make the block. Period. I don't want it to fire at any other point in time because it's impossible to predict the exact flow of ingots as they go into the crafter. You cannot use a timer. A timer would be great. Like, I don't need this to be like this. I could just sit there and make this an observer clock and go tick, 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 tick. Because the nuggets only have 1 craftable recipe. You see how nothing pops up until you get to this. So, oh, that happened. So, so see, for this particular one on this side, yes, I could just sit there and put it in a observer clock and it just constantly ticks. It could just tick as much as it wants because it only makes 1 recipe. But the second that you have something that makes more than 1 recipe, which is again right there, and is being full, that's 3 different recipes that you can make from this 1 ingredient. You can't use that because then you have the chance of it making 1 of 3 different recipes. No, because the problem is the gold farm will not stay on indefinitely. I have to turn it off before I leave, which means that it'll run out, which means that negates the entire thing. I need it to be, because sometimes it'll sit there and drop extras because of how I have this here design. It'll drop extras. But I think what all I got to do is move this over to this side and then power it from that way. But I want to see if there's a way that I could do it like this. So basically what I require here is I need this redstone torch to be off. And then I need it to be, so basically, like that. And then, see, like, I don't have to use this one here. I could just make that just go tick, 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 but I don't like the noise. So basically, I'm designing a whole new circuit. Because, yeah, I could use that circuit, which would work great if I put it on this side. But I'm trying to see if I can just, because I don't want any canoodling here. And there's going to be canoodling with that. I'm trying to make it in a squish design. But if I do that, and then is there going to be, yeah, there will be canoodling because, will there be? Wait, hold up. That there goes there, and then, no, I'm actually not. I could probably put that circuit in there. But basically like this, and so see, now that torch is off. And then I want this to fire off a signal, which means, which means glass at this point. This is starting to get too big. Did that work? That did work. Oh my God, let's see, it made nuggets. So, okay, here we go. We got something else from him. Let me see. I get what you say. I thought the flow was in. Oh, my. Even though what you said made sense, I made a design that only crafts the block unless there is no gold left, in which it will craft one wrong item. That's the best design I can do, but I guess you got something precise. Yes, I need precise. There's no way in heck that thing can function. You're not reading anything. You're literally pulsating at random times. But because like okay, and again, you're not seeing part of the design. This has got a flow coming in from here from the top, feeding this in, and it's got another flow coming in from the back. And that flow from the back is going to be getting from ingots and from nuggets that's going to eventually pop out, which means that this is not going to be a steady flow at all. I have two different sources coming into this crafter, and it's not steady. It's not even. You can't, knowing redstone like I do, you can't do that. You have to do something like this. Now technically this works, but this is ugly. And I don't know if I want to build that. It works. But I could just build... like, I have it, but this is pretty big. I don't want to build this. It works. Obviously. It totally works. You know? And then I do that, and look, it does work. But by the time it gets all that signal strength out, it's kind of slow. So we'll keep this as a backup. That's not the right button. We will snap that. as a backup. And now we're going to rip this all out to shreds. Okay, and we're going to do something totally different. Okay, so what we're going to do, because I can't have any single thing coming out of it, we're going to do this here. We're going to read that, which is then reading that, and just for the sake of not having to put 32 things in there. Okay, keep that and I'll subtract. Put that there with the dust piece right there and another piece right there. That does not canoodle. And then go like this. Hold on. That actually should. Yeah, see, why doesn't this power this? Okay. So boom, 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 boom. Oh, that doesn't go there. This goes here. Which then goes into that block. Yeah, that didn't need to be. Why did I have to put a trap thingamajig in it? That doesn't have to be that. That worked too, right? Yes, that worked. And that's a little bit faster. So yeah, we're going to stick with that design. We're going to stick with this. And I could put it all on one side. Because I can't have it power. See, the problem is this has to all be like that because is there any way that I could pull it? No, can't pull that from there. That's got to be like that. We're going to change this here up a little bit anyway. This into the fact that we are going to do that. Ish. No, wait a minute. No. What's the point of that? Now I'll be stressing the system. I know what I'm doing wrong. So if that's the floor, then I actually want storage containers to be... Yeah, that's the storage system. Therefore, making it expandable. Hey, hey, hey. Yeah, no. Okay, so this is... I don't know if I want to make extra of these. How do you make these again? I need a crafting table. I don't have any crafting tables on here. I don't know. I'll figure out if I want to make this or if I want to do this. I think just to make it look more techie, I'm going to go with this. So you see all the stuff is going to come along here. It's going to hit these here filters. These here filters is what the hell? So this has got to be that. That has to be that. This has to be this. This has to be this. Extra one of those. So you see, so these two will be feeding into nuggets, and then the nuggets will come in. And I want one to feed in from this side and one to feed in from that side so that the flow could be pretty quick. So it comes in at double speed. And I'm not sure how well that will work. So let's get a trap chest. We'll put that there. And we'll run a quick stress test to see how this works. Oh yeah, the filters have to fill up first. I hadn't thought about that. That flow will keep up. I don't need all this extra stuff. This is just the filtering sort of like this is why I have to do this kind of wait. This is why I have to do this kind of stuff because it's like see how it's pulsating 2 times? That's why I couldn't use this for this. Now this is just pushing through that stuff, but in reality, this is going to draw all sorts of stuff. See, like this is basically how that will work, except that I want this isn't going to work right. Is it? If I make a two portal system, we're going to have to actually test this. That probably wound up over there. No, that didn't wind up over there. Okay, so that's working that way. I may not need all this stuff. Okay, so we have that there. Let's say we stick with this basic design here. This may be changed very shortly to only have the two slices. We'll see in a second. Because if I only have one feed, this is going to be a problem. I hadn't considered this. Okay, so the other problem I have is the height of this portal is now being limited to a kill chamber. I need... Okay, this is... Okay, see, no, I'm having a problem. This has got to be able to handle two different flow systems. It's got to be able to handle two lines, and it's designed to run one line. This might create a problem. This might very well create a problem. Let me go see something. Let me go see Danny's. Danny has a pretty nice one. I just don't want to copy his. But let me go look at Danny's. Because now that I'm beyond the crafting part, like I got the crafting thing down. Okay, so that bottom piece is done. The top piece now for the filtering system, I think, is wrong. I have to go see how he had his set up. He has a rig portal. So let's take a look at Danny's gold farm and see how did he solve the problem of all the stuff coming through. Because his gold farm is big. He has 8 portals. I'm not doing 8 portals, but if he can solve the problem of 8 portals, does his just run slow? See, I want to build this particular gold farm that I'm designing. I want to build it for the blimp, which is why I have size constraints. Danny has a solution, I think, for what I want. There it is. Look at this. He's got an 8 farm system, and he uses water because he's crazy. I want to take a look at your noodles. Danny, can I get into your noodles? See, he's got a multi-system. I don't want to do that. I don't have that much room, Danny. See, he's got this pulsating because it's the nugget. See, he's got his doing this. But then you see over here, he has his doing what's this doing? Oh, he's doing the 8 thing. See, he's doing it with that. Danny, really? Moving parts. Okay, well, yeah, technically it works. I see he's got this coming in from there, and then he's got that coming in from there. What is this doing? That's I want to see that noodle. Right. So this is where he's got his ingots, and he's got dual ingots coming in from one side. And then he's got, what is this? Daddy, I'm peeking at your noodles. Okay, so he's got that all going into, wait, what? I'm so confused as to what that's doing there. Overflow catch? In case it misses? How's he got this going through? That's my biggest thing. He's got it on water? But those to go nowhere. That's just in case of, so he's got, okay. I'm starting to see what he did. So this whole slice is just in case, because it goes nowhere. And then this here, he's got this. He's got this going nowhere. Oh, that's a double. Yeah, okay. So see, that's... He's got this thing being fed from 3 different directions. This thing's being fed from here. Plus, he's got a backup system. Okay, I hadn't thought about that. That's probably what I need, is a chest. So that means the entire thing that I just built, I have to now rebuild the whole top part. Okay, so chest. That's... Why is this chest here? Why does you have extra chest, Daddy? Daddy, you need to get your ass in here and explain this to me. Oh, I used a bad word. Sorry. My bad. Okay, so he's got that. So he's got a backflow system. I hadn't thought about that. Create the backflow system so that in case too much stuff comes in, it doesn't jam up this. Okay, so that's actually not a bad idea. I'm still trying to make it compact, but apparently this is now getting bigger. Okay, so he's got... But this is because he's got 8 portals. That he needs all of this extra stuff. I'm not doing 8 portals. I'll do probably a 4-portal system, and it's going to be smaller, so it's not going to really be a whole lot of stuff. So I think I'll be fine with designing a small build-up system with just a double chest, like 2 double chests. On either side, I think should be fine. It's not like I need that much gold. Where's this stuff wind up going? He's got that stuff going there. It's going there. Where has he got it going? Oh, Danny. It's an old system, man. Fix this. Oh, no, he needs it like that because he's got the tower thing. Okay, yeah, he's got the tower thing. It goes up, and then... Oh, and then it just comes up here. Okay. And he's doing that. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I gotta make sure I don't touch that. I almost messed that up. Yeah, see, he's... No, I'm not... Daddy, you're missing a trident. I'm not doing all that. And then he's got that one there. I don't know how that works. That one there. Makes no sense. Yeah, no, I'm not doing that. Oh, well, they'll despawn it in a second. And now his portals are active. No, why? How? What? Okay. Bro, can they move any slower? Danny, what are you doing up there? Let me see what's going on up here. Hold on. There's something weird going on with Danny's build. Really? Seriously, this is how you do yours? Oh, Danny. Welcome to 2025. Change your style, buddy. I'm kidding. Okay. Oh, I just realized I have my Twitch chat covered. Dang it. Hey Mac, how is it? Oh, wait, ban this guy. I didn't even see that. Flare 8, you're back. Oh shoot. Where am I? There's my plan. Hey Mac, sorry I miss you. I know it's been a minute. My bad. I had the chat covered by mistake with pictures. Okay, so what are you talking about? Break it. All right, so this here's a problem now. I see why he did that. Actually, that's not a terrible idea. I've never done a piston one, but I guess the piston one would be better. Could I do a water flow thing? I could replace that with water. So water goes along like this. Hmm. Hey, RB Yuki, how are you? Welcome. How you been? I really don't want to move this. I gotta move this whole thing. I gotta move it all. Break it, 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 break it. Ah! I frustrate myself sometimes. All right, we're gonna keep what we can keep, which is none of this. Did I put anything in it? I don't need. Yeah, I need that back out. And in here, I need that back out. All of you can go away. You've been totally useless because I have to redesign the entire top part. Okay, so basically, nuggies turn into ingots. Ingots then go that way. So this is an ingot flow. So if we go like that, and then we go like this, then we go like this, and then we go like that. How do I know where that's going? Not sure where that's coming from. What chat is... Why doesn't it tell me up there where it's coming from? Like, that's what's annoying about it. What's this going on over here? Oh, I see what's going on. Okay, 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 okay. You know, this is starting to turn into a mess. Okay, so I've got this part sorted. This is sorted. This is good. This is all good. We're gonna do this for fun. Okay, so we have this part here sorted. We're going to have that even with the floor there. So this is already above the floor. I've only got until, I believe it's here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Yeah. CJ Plays 1739, thank you for the follow. How are you doing today? I need to mark that up because that's driving me bonkers. Okay, so yeah, I've only got 19 to work with. Like, this is, I can't put anything past this block. So I was just double checking that that's 19. Go away. So this is getting a heck of interesting. We go like this. And then So that means we can only do that. Then go like this. That did not go according to plan. Give me that back. I forgot to put the rest of the circuit in. Okay, so then we go like this. Take that out. Actually, put that back in. It's like this, right? Every time I do this, it's like, that's not right. That is right. That is correct. Why am I always thinking it's not right? It's always right. Now that should stop at 41, and that tells me that it's right. Yeah. Okay, so that is right. I don't know why I'm always doubting myself. Always doubt myself. So I know it's right. I've built enough of these. I know it's right. Okay, so that creates the buffer. I don't think it's going to be a lot. I'm already running out of room. That thing's a lot bigger than I thought. How much room do I have now? Lord. Hi, CJ. This is not. I didn't want it to take up this one. This is getting big. Good Lord, this is really big. Where does it say that it's? Hmm. One day I will just build something once and call it done. One day. It might not be this decade, but it'll be one day for sure. Okay, let's try this again. Instead of it being that way, let's try to compact it. We're already using up this much space. I don't want to keep going that way. So, oops. Let's do the filtering system on that side, since it makes no difference. It's a filtering system. We gotta then go like that. Oops. All right, and then Yeah, yeah, that'll work. I just realized I put the wrong filter in there. That's supposed to be nuggets. That's supposed to be ingots. This is now supposed to be nuggets. This one here is also nuggets. That's very specific. I gotta keep that in mind. Okay, so that actually looks better and more compact. It's not coming all the way out here to Timbuktu. Those are trapped. Wait, hold up. I need regulars. Yeah, these don't ever have to open. So that will work fine. It's just a backup storage. I don't actually have to open it. It doesn't matter that they're both on there because they're feeding it to the right place. Doesn't matter that there only goes to one. That makes no difference. In fact, the fact that it's got that like that, I could just do that right there. That can go like that. This is for a gold farm that I'm building inside of my blimp, and so I have limited size constraints. So I'm just cleaning up the design a bit, making it a little less laggy, trying to be like friendly and things like that. Can you put this on top of a pot? No, you can put it inside of a pot. Oh my god, you can! Oh my god, you could do that! I did not know that. Wait, where was I thinking of putting this? Hold on, hold on, hold on. Let's pull that out. So if I can do that, that means I could do that and that, right? So we got an ad break coming up in a second. Let's see if this works. Let's see if this works. Did something go in there? Yes, it did. Okay, good. Now, can I, to just help the lag a little, can I do that? And then if that works, oh, that's so cool! And it helps with the lag. And it just looks cool. This dangerous as heck too, because if you click something, it winds up inside the thing. So we're not going to do that. But oh Lord have mercy. That's what I mean. That looks cool. I might do that when I don't have this underneath it. Is there a way that I could bypass that? No, because I want that to, just in case. Yeah. But that is cool to know. Did not know that. So that's cool. I didn't know that. And we are back. So it turns out that yes, you can go ahead and as it turns out, you can put this on top of there and they are fully functional. So I could put that there for lag, but then if somebody does this, then you wind up with the piece inside of the harbor that you don't want. But it's cool to know that it is doable. It's just that's it. I think that's cool. I'm gonna do that at some point. Use that somewhere. Just because I think it looks really interesting. So that's definitely going to happen at some point. I might do it like right here, maybe. I could probably do it like right there, just for fun, shits and giggles. Okay, anyway, so now we've got that in place. We now need the glass piece that we're going to be putting here. Yeah, you think? All right, so water flow like that. Ta, ta, ta. Oh, look at that. Okay, so that works. Pretty much. Why do you have a stronger signal strength? What is going on here? Oh yeah, that's only got 15, 14. Okay, so that's why that's like that. That was weird. Where did that go? Oh yeah, I can't check that. Why did you disappear into there? What's going on here? Maybe I'll put some stairs in there. Put some upside down stairs, some slabs right here in order to be able to access. No, it has to be a full block for it to function. Maybe I shut up and just leave it like that. Okay, so that's designed now correctly. So this is all correct. Don't need you or you. So this is now the way it needs to be. Except for one small problem, which is now how do I get something like that, and then we will follow this flow. I still haven't even put the kill chamber. This is just a filtering and thing and that's like how where do I put how much room is this? That's well that's 1, 2, 3, 4 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That can't be right. That's 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Say, yeah. Oh, going back to 5. That's 10. I have 10? No, I need bigger portal than that. I need to make water channels somehow. Okay, so this goes in a corner. I might have to reverse this water. I don't know what's going on here. Driving myself crazy here. Crazy. Always driving myself crazy. Okay, let's try to figure out how to. Where's the regular obsidian? Okay, so we have a limitation of right here. Let's extend this out and we'll start the portal. Let's just, for the sake of argument, we're going to put the portal to be at maximum height. That gives me some room to work. 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Twelve, 14, 15. The heck? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I don't know. If I go from maximum height, I want to make it even. I need to actually do this. 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Ah, crud. All right. 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Right, so that's a 15 high. Then I know that this is a 15 wide. We'll deal with the water in a second. Okay, so we go like that. Okay, so that'll be the size of the portals that I'm going to use. 15 by 15 by 15 internal dimensions. Okay. And then I got to get these guys into a kill chamber, which I'm hoping that I can make the kill chamber. Since it's 15, I need this to see where they're going to come out so I can actually. This side. Yeah, this side. Hi, guys. Oh, yeah, that doesn't work. I don't want you guys running around. Go away. Okay, so they come out on this side, which means that I get to put. That goes like that. Which then has. That like that. And then actually, let's make this a lot lower. Actually, I guess it doesn't matter if it's lower. That's in the wrong place, isn't it? That's in the wrong place. Have a bunch of these. Let's try. That should work, right? Huh. That was short-lived fun. Okay, so we would have to do it with... Yeah. That's insta-light. Yeah, there we go. Okay, we have one portal in place, and okay, well that works. Now that I have that in place, I need to now get them to all go up there. Of a sort. This part is all going to be built later. This part is the important part. I just want to see if I can get this to function correctly. Which means to prevent these guys from doing anything stupid. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so that goes there. How do I, let's see, we do, if we do this, then make this, I have to build this first, and then this here that I'm building is actually technically separate, and I'll have to figure that out. It's going to be at least 2 portals, maybe more, I don't know, but first I got to figure out if what my thought process is, if this works. So let's, too much stuff. We're going to need this, we're going to need this. And we need that. And we need the buttons. Oh, interesting. Okay. Yeah, let's if he's innocent, CJ plays, if you're still there and you're innocent of what you were just accused of, and no, I'm not going to tell you what it is, then you have nothing to concern yourself with, and you can go ahead and appeal it, and I will think about it. But I'm not taking any chances, just a FYI. Yeah, so this part here, this part here, this is the gold farm I'm going to put inside my blimp on ConsoleCraft, right? So this is about as compact as I can make it. I'm going to make smaller portals. I'm thinking of just two. I want to see how it works real quick. But I'm playing with a few things. And let's see, we'll go like this. And then we'll actually go like that. And then that there should then... And they'll push each other in. Is kind of the point of that right there. So just, I'm doing a quick test to see how this will work. Yeah, it's funny how the warped wood works. It doesn't actually burn, but it works great. Trapdoors I thought worked, but apparently birch ones don't. I ain't got time for this. I know I got warped wood. I could use some warped wood. We'll call it a day. And then, then I need that right there. That right there. And then what I need is... I just want to see how much it makes. Yeah, I was afraid of that. I was totally afraid that that would happen. Okay, so we're almost there. I've never done a piston killer. How does a piston killer work? I need to get a bunch more tridents, but just working out. Cause this is gonna take a minute to build, and I need to trident hunting. What are you hung up on? Oh, what the? It's hung up on the edge of the block. Yeah, I've never actually used a piston killer. They look fairly easy, but at the same time, it's like I want to do something new I haven't done yet. What if I do that? Maybe that was the problem. Come on, drop them in from both sides. What? Oh no. Well, that's a problem. I can't have that there. I've done one on gold farms, but yet both the adults and the kids I used 3 post pistons and 6 tridents. Ad break in 30 seconds. Great nether spawn. Yeah, right. I don't even want that. I know what I could do. That should work. Recycling! Okay, yeah, that solves this problem. I have a new problem now. Alright, so that actually works pretty good, and they move in there pretty decently. I'm just going to have to give this a bit of a roof, like right there. And then that solves that problem. Hey! I don't know, but I didn't take the chance. Oh, wait, hold on. You can't hear me. Hold on a second. Right, as soon as I take a drink of water. I don't know, but yeah, I didn't take a chance. Smart move, I know, because I'd rather the person appeal. If they were watching, I told them they can appeal, and we'll discuss it, and we'll see what happens. But I honestly, I probably won't unban him just because it's it's a weird coincidence. So yeah, I don't want to take that chance. Okay, so I could do this kind of a layout, and then this here actually fits inside of my 19 block limitation. It ain't pretty, but it don't have to be pretty. But now that I think about this, this is going to be slow. I can't do this because this is not going to work right. This is for single portal. Yeah, but I just thought about something. Hold on, hold on, hold on. This is for a single portal. Great. How do I do 4 portals? Also, isn't this kind of taking up too much room? Is it supposed to be 3 wide right here? Hmm. I can do another portal right there. I thought these were supposed to be... Hold on. I built this before. It's just been a minute. So, actually, no. Let me go to... Where are you? There. Well, if you do 4, you got to make sure you're a chunk of line. So each portal is in its own chunk. Nah. Do you know how much stuff I build that's not chunk aligned? 99% of everything I build is not chunk aligned. It's great. Perfect example. Oh my God, why are you active? Oh. I need to fix that. I need to have a turn these suckers off. So yeah, see it's... See, that one works with that. Yeah, see, it just takes up a lot of room. I don't have that much room. I didn't think this through for 4 portals. I don't have that much room. I'm going to have to put them sideways? Oh, dear God. What am I getting myself into? All right, but first of all, turn this off. Are they off now? No. Oh, my God, turn off. Whoops. Oh, my God, can't get this turned off. Hey, there we go. I need to definitely put in a turn off secondary line button where that doesn't work. The lava flow is directional? No. I don't think so. See, it worked with these trapdoors. Why didn't it work with the other trapdoors? I like the fact that it lights up instantly with that. But at the same time, I could just do that, and then I could only have 2 of these, technically, to light up the 4, right? Yeah, I can have that there, and that lights up on both sides, I believe. Let's go check that out. Yes. Well, yeah, but okay, see, okay, here, let me now I'm stuck in loading on that thing. Here's the problem. I'm going to double check to make sure that that works. Here's the problem. I'm going to build it in here. No, 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 no. It's fine because that actually triggers me to think about stuff. So, you know, I don't mind that because that's kind of the whole point of it. I've come up with ideas from people talking to me that way, and then it's like, oh, you know what? That's close, or that's this, or whatever. So I don't mind that, and then you might see something that I don't. That's why I'm going into this realm so we can take a look at where my limitations are, and see if you come up with any ideas. You know, let's be honest. None of us are all knowing. So there are times that one of us will see something that the other one doesn't, and I'm as close to the problem as I can get. So having a fresh set of eyes on it might actually, I'm not sure about these headsets, might actually, hello, load, provide something that I don't see. Okay, so I'm building it here. So I have this much room to work with until I get like over here. So I have all of this. So I'm thinking I'd do the gold farms like this and then somehow send them that way. Do something to make them go that way. I don't know. Activator rails and minecarts would definitely get them moving in a direction, but I've never actually played with that. I believe there's 4. That's definitely not chunk line, and I have to rebuild that anyway. I honestly don't know. There's a way to tell, and it's if it's divisible by 8, but when it gets into 4 digits, I ain't dealing with math. So I'm not worried about chunk. I thought I had it chunk line, and then it turns out I didn't have the chunk in the right place. I think the chunk is like running down the middle ish somewhere. BB knows where it is, but it's somewhere like right around in here. So if I keep it all on this side, I'm maybe, but then I don't know where the chunks are this way either. Okay, I think BB said that that thing is on 4 different chunks. So if that's correct, I think that the problem was that the chunk alignment was like down the middle or off to the side or something, but I couldn't properly chunk align that because it's in the wrong place. Why is that active? Oh my god, it's on. Oh, it didn't make any cobblestone. Well, that's a first. I forgot I left this on. How are we looking? Yeah, let's turn it off because we're not going to be here. So yeah, so see, this is where I'm going to build it. And then, of course, I have to make sure that the fire doesn't spread because this is entirely made out of wool. Might as well challenge myself. And then the problem is I'm also thinking that from here to up there is 19. If I remember correctly, let's take a look. See, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 18. Yeah, and then 19 would be to like right here. So I'm limiting myself to that one right there. I know. If you put a portal on each side of the line, it will run better. I don't know where the line is. I don't know where the line is. That's the thing. I hate having to do my... Okay, my ear is getting bugged by these headsets. I might have to change these out. This is not a very comfortable headset. My ears are getting bugged by it, which is why I love my other one. So I definitely got to change this out. I broke my very expensive headset. They fell off my head, landing on the ground now. I can't the power button isn't engaging at all. So I'm trying to see if I can get a temporary fix, but this one here is kind of driving me crazy. I definitely need to get one with memory foam that is much softer, but that's what the other one has. So yeah, Hindenburg. You see. Wait, have you ever seen this? I'll show you this off real quick. So this is my moss meal machine design. This is to run bone meal, and then this is to collect. So that then you'll see the stuff come along this way. Give it a second. This is a very ugly design, primitive. I've got a much cleaner design. So you see, here we go. And then, so the green stuff is over here, and then the gray stuff is over here. And as it comes along, see, yeah, it gets picked up. Because I have it picking up this stuff. One button to turn it all on, one button just to run it. Then I have temporary glow lichen. Iron farm down there. We'll talk about that in a second. I made this here massive bamboo wall so that it could power my super smelter. I know. I live in a shulker mess constantly. Every world so far. So here's how this works. The bamboo gets turned into planks at this point. If the super smelter is running and requires it requires slabs, right? It runs off slabs. These are all full of slabs. This here is full of slabs. That's what feeds it. So all of these are full of slabs. So if this starts to be used up, okay, then what happens is that little torch right there will then activate, thereby blocking this, and then these here, which just made that, will actually feed over to here and then become planks. The planks would then feed into this one, and it'll become it'll become planks, and it'll become slabs, which will then feed into here, and then anything that goes into here will item elevator up into that water source right there. And go into this. Of course, I didn't make this two double chest system right there. So that's that. That's the super smelter. Yeah, it helps to reduce some lag, and you'll see why in a second. Because, yeah, I've got all of those on the front and the back, so that's going to increase the lag. So any little bit that reduces lag for me is like, yeah, definite thing. I can't put it there because since it's not a full size block, it's a non-water item elevator. So the way it works is that it's a solid item elevator. It's one of my favorite elevators because it's a weird mechanic. If one of these blocks there's a solid line of blocks going straight up, and if one of these wasn't here, the item will come out the side. So it's very easy to control. You're making all solid on 4 sides. So there's one in the middle and then one on each side. If any one of those are missing, the stuff dumps out. It's a weird mechanic in Minecraft. Then we have, like I said, that's the bone meal machine. We have our storage that's going to be down here. As you can see, this stuff is actually storing down here. Works pretty good. That was weird. So use that for something. See, I don't know how you do that. This guy here, he holds, what is this? He holds 12 slots. So yeah, the bamboo planks is an overflow protection because I can't turn that off. I do this and I store it all. And we are currently here. So we got these two full and this, and I can expand this storage as needed. Then we got, this is the main deck, I guess. I put my doggies over here. We can even access that from outside. I'll take a look at that in a second. 3184. This is the captain's quarters. This is Midnighty. How are you doing? We had a carpet the front of the captain's quarters because, well, you see I have an iron farm on deck. These are all slabs, stairs, and everything. Like, there's nowhere for them to spawn except for inside the captain's quarters, which was funny because I thought it was broken and tore it apart a couple of times. Originally, this was wood, and I put the lava in, and the ship caught fire. So that was a learned lesson. Like, yeah, don't use wood. I always forget that. Put the water down if you're going to use wood, but just don't use wood. So then I changed it and stuff. But this is the captain's quarters, which I haven't really done a lot with. There's the captain's table. We're going to go to the crew quarters, which is down here. So this is Vern, the anthropologist, and he was used to convert all of the villagers. This is a 20 villager trading hall. Even this guy here trades. He's on a minecart. He's got the glistening. Yeah, he's got glistening melon. These guys sell golden carrots and so forth. These guys trade up the iron, which gives me the emeralds to then buy from these librarians that I have curated. And I got this after I got that. So that's weird, I know, but you know. How are we looking on iron? And of course, I like to put in my stuff. So this here is constantly making iron blocks. I have 4 shulker boxes full of iron blocks. I don't know what to do with it. This is the first time I've ever done a fully cohesive base. As part of the ship, I have a sheep farm that I stuck in here. Works okay. It's not the greatest. I got this turned off because we're full. We're full. I got nothing going with them right now. So I turned off the bamboo farm. When it goes nighttime, I have some creaky ghosts that come around here. So this is the limit. If you're behind this line here, if you're over here, they can't get you. But they can get you over here. I made a little spawning platform for them over here in the front. They can spawn down here as well. That's what that red line is. They can't get you behind that red line. I've got a cat right there. There's a dragon head right there. This is the scaffolding from when I was making the airship. The entire base is actually cohesive in the fact that I started with this, which is the lighthouse tower, and then I said, lighthouse for what? We're all the way up here. And then, oh, airship. So I made the Syntax Prime air blimp, which is still a work in progress. But I got the fins in place. It's a better view from over there. These were a pain. This is all freestyle. None of this was actually planned. I'm thinking I need to expand this out a little bit more. I just kind of like, oh, I want to put a fin here. And I put a fin there. And then I put a fin there. And then looking at it, it's like, these might be kind of small. I might extend this one. I'm not sure. I haven't figured this part out yet. I like how you saw the challenge of space confinement like you would have to on a ship. Well, I actually enjoy doing space confinement stuff. Like I really enjoy it. It's weird how my brain works, but I like the space confinement. Even though I have a ton of room. But oh, and the lighthouse does work. As you can hear. Where they actually do rotate. It's rotating around and lighting up. So that was cool. So this is the tower, like I said. It's very simple. Another portal right there, properly aligned. Thank God. But I know how to do that because it drives me crazy. Don't look at my shulker mess. I know I have to deal with it at some point. I was thinking about going underground. I'm not sure. This actually is a bubble vader from the ocean, which is something I had to put in at the time. Originally, I had the sheep farm out here, but I moved it to the ship. That was fun. I got my stuff right there. But yeah, this is the first time I've done a fully cohesive base. There's a lighthouse for the airships. There's an actual airship, which is a look, I've never done an airship. So I just kind of did this. The hull came into being. Turns out I misaligned the hull. There comes BB. There is BB. And that's the crew quarters and stuff. And yeah, so that's this base. And I did. What did I forget? I still have stuff to build. I still got to build the braces that hold this thing together. The annoying Swabby? What's Swabby? You? I didn't forget about you. Go jump in the iron farm. But did you sign the iron farm yet? Have you signed the iron farm yet? Why does that say thanks you? That's not supposed to say thanks. I don't see one. Remember, I had to do this over. I don't see that you... Oh, yep, there it is. BB burned here. Okay. Plus, you wrote a couple other things on there, so... Why are you giving me cobblestone? The heck is all of this? I don't need that much cobblestone. Yeah, you did, because I saw some of... No, because when I got over here and fixed it, thank you, I saw somebody tossing cobblestone, and you're the only other person online. Make him walk the plank. I don't have a plank yet, but I do need to put a plank out somewhere. Oh, and then, of course, I realized I put this wrong. Technically, the reason it's called port side is because the port is where you're supposed to hook up to the port. So the whole ship is technically backwards. So, yeah, there's that problem. But I'm not changing this thing. And by the time I realized that I already had this built, and I was like, nope. It's just staying that way now. So yeah, that's the constraint. So you're saying, let me see, where was it? 31. Wait, what makes more sense now? What is he talking about? You said wow. That was a while back. Oh, okay, okay. I see what you're saying. So where was that? Where was that? 3184. 3184. Right. So here's a border. Actually, BB, didn't you mark it somewhere? Where's my llama? It's downstairs. It was literally just there a second ago. Dear God, where is he now? Did he go back downstairs? Is he on the edge of the ship again? I gotta make it so he can't get out. Oh. Why would he come out there? Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. If it wasn't you, I don't have a llama on the ship anymore. I don't remember seeing him, but it could have been him. He could have been an idiot. And wait, actually, I did see a llama for a second. I did see one. Oh, he burned it. See. Hatters Tech Resource Pack. Yeah, I know. I need to do that. I have it. Stupid llama. Well, we're going to end the stream in a second, but because you weren't here earlier, Gumby, I want you to see my realm. Just the one base, not the whole thing, because it's going to take too long. Hey, we got Serenity. What's up, Serenity? So yeah, let's take a quick look at my realm, and then you'll see why I say I kind of like building things in kind of like squishy confined spaces somewhat. Serenity's joining at the end of my stream. I'm doing little mini tours. If this ever loads. You have the day off. What have you been doing? Oh, hello. Okay. Sometimes this here has an issue with lag. Anyways, so this is the lodge on my base, and I have several mods, as you can see. BB joined here too. He's agreed to fix my inventory. But as you can see, like, okay, so here's the thing. Here's the floor here, right? Here's my sugarcane farm. I have 6 cells. 3, 4, 5, 6. Each cell has 16 plants growing in it at a time. And that all leads back to over here, as you can see. Like, it's underneath the floor. And then I have that working its way over here and making paper, which then fills out these here chests. Then I also have, this is currently all off. All my farms are currently technically off, but I have them running still. How are you on this farm now? Jesus Christ, that thing moves around. So those things move around. They pick up the potatoes and whatnot. And right now, everything's just going into an incinerator. I need to fix this because I have a new design for this, but maybe some other future time. Right now, that one works. So yeah, that's that. And then over, we have all the potatoes. We have all the carrots. We have all the honey stuff, both bottles and stuff. We have bone meal. We have seeds. We have hay bales because we have this here making the hay bales. But as I said, everything's currently off, so because it's just too much stuff. So this here turns this off. Everything goes into the composter. Everything's off. All the stuff is off. Oh, I didn't see the ad break. Oh, I missed the ad break. I see a BB. Let's spy on the BB. What's BB doing? What? Why are you in there? Stop taking advantage of my you know what? Alright, you got about 5 seconds to get out before I block that. Where's my stone cut? You moved all my stuff already! Oh, Lord. I don't even know where my stuff is. Wait. You actually took out the... No, I wanted there to be storage here. The chests were supposed to be here. The shulkers weren't. Okay, great. You got 5 seconds to get out of it before I block it. That's the best I can do for now. Leave my glitches alone, dude. Anyways. BB's helping out cleaning up my... Let's see what my room looks like. My room was a mess before. You haven't touched my room! It still has stuff all over the place. All the shulkers are supposed to be gone. I have a huge mess. BB helps. Thank you, though. So, yeah, as I was saying, I like to kind of squish things in. That's how I came up with this here little mini contraption to make this here work. But then I stopped and forgot. Okay. So, yeah, I have bee farm. This is my auto farming system that I want to make. I wish I had a day off. But this is the auto farming system I want to make. So it's just 4 farmers. And to make sure that they don't compost anything, I put that up there. They can't reach it. They can't compost, but they have their job. I don't need to trade with them. I don't need them to do anything but harvest the field. You two should... Baby! Wait, you're here. I can finally get this stupid thing off. Baby, I need your help. Come back. Come back. I know I could go into creative and break that, but that's not the whole point. That's not like literally not the point. I need your help. I need you to distract these my two Ravagers, because they don't let me pick up these things. It takes too long to mine them. So I need to get that. Look at that. They're playing push the Ravager. How are they not? Okay, yeah, don't get whacked by them. Okay, cool. Okay, okay. Okay, perfect. Thank you, BB. So we got Paxilax and we have Faulty. Faulty is named after a buddy of mine. Why am I missing a slab here? BB, where'd you put my spruce? Is it all at the other place? I need a slab. Well, what? Oh, the trees? Yeah, I told you we got a lot of mods on here. Yeah, I forgot what that's called. You'd have to break the wood in order to see what it's called. Do I have any? I'm pretty sure I have. Baby, there was stuff in this chest. There's no stuff in the chest anymore. I don't even need all those bows, I guess. I don't have it. Do I not have any? Did you mess with my nightstand? No. Okay, good. Don't. You didn't touch anything in there, right? What? The boxes? What boxes? Oh, is that why this stuff is like this? Do I not have spruce slabs? I guess I don't have any spruce slabs in here. I need spruce slabs. That's gonna bother me now that I know it's there. I know where to get it though, sort of. This is supposed to be me logging out 10 minutes ago. I need BB, I can't find anything. Where's the... It's over here, isn't it? Somewhere around here. I just need... What is it? One? I think it's one. Ah, spruce slab. Spruce slab. I got one. I think I need one. Just in case I need more, I'm going to grab some more wood. Okay, that's all. Now I got to go back. So yeah, this has an all the wolves mod. It has a lights mod. It has dragons mod. Wait, I just saw him do the thingamabob that nobody says he's doing. So let me see if he open. Okay, I don't have any dragon scales, but they are releasing scales. Okay. Oh, that was the update, wasn't it? I bet you that was the update because it wasn't doing it beforehand. Yes, my world's a little bit laggy. That's because I have so much stuff going on in it. Have I shown the top of the tree? No, I wasn't supposed to do a proper world tour. Okay, look. There's my creeper farm. It's way too big. There's my iron farm behind that mess that I have to fix. There's the iron farm over here. This is a buddy of mine. He lives with me, sort of. Alright, so this is my lodge. For the record, the lodge, where this here roof is, it was a mountain just like that. I had to mine this down and then build this. And I actually started building this from the top down, which is why it's a funny looking lodge. Don't judge me. It happens. Actually, wait, before we go out the portal. Little laggy. Things happen. We've got furniture add-on. We have pets add-ons. You know, you can actually sit in the chair. It doesn't swing, but you know, you can sit in it. We got different couches. We have this kind of block, which is not magma, but it looks like it, and I want to get this and replace these so you don't burn. We have a hot springs. We have, you know, stuff. All sorts of stuff. Those are regular trees. Those are not. That is not a regular tree. I forgot what that is. Anyway, top of the tree, or the tree, which is where I'm going to be coming back next week. I'll come back here and I'll be starting my terraforming. This is my ancient city, which I have completely cleared out thanks to the bee armor, which allowed. I think that I put the chest into the what? Into the box maker. Ah, okay. So yeah, I cleared this out. We dragon armor, as you can see, I am wearing some. Gives you different effects. Like this particular one's my favorite one because, well, it gives you all of this absorption, making you nearly invincible. Nearly. Pretty close to invincible. This is the proper moss meal machine, the way it needs to be built. Except I might do this in a torch tower. I'm not sure if I'm going to do that like that. But I'm using the wool add-on just to light it up. But yeah, this is how it's supposed to be built. And I need to rebuild it so that it does that. I have to double check the height to see if it even fits in there. This one here might not actually. No, yeah, this is a one chunk build, isn't it? That's more than 16 blocks. Isn't it? Hold on a second. How many blocks high is this? Because the storage part doesn't matter, but this should be a 16 block build. I remember right. So that's 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Yeah, so that's 16, so it'll fit. Yeah, so that would fit that way. Just doesn't look like it, but that will fit that way. Okay. I gotta hollow print this to rebuild it because this is a really good design the way I have it set up now with the water and stuff. Anyways, the tree he was talking about, for those that don't know. There's a spot to view this from over here. And I totally messed that up. Maybe it's nighttime. Do I still have a bed here? No. Oh, he's got a bed. This is my stuff. Let's just look at the tree and then I can log off. I forgot about that one. So that's my custom tree. That's my nether portal that I don't really use. And what I gotta do is terraform all of this. Basically, everything that I'm looking at inside the circle around the base of the tree has got to be terraformed. Which I've never done. You do like the gray in it? Yeah, that's the whole, that's this piece right here, yeah. I like that. That's supposed to have been like a star from like a magic bolt. Like that's why the Hay army is scared of the of the dragons that live in the tree because we have magic and that was a magic bolt and they don't like it. So, but I'm going to do some mushrooms and stuff, and that's going to be like this to light up the area. I've got to pull all of these little red dots out now that they've fixed that bug where they were invisible. They're no longer invisible. Now they're physical and visible. So I got to get all that up, figure that out. That's a maple tree down there. We have dragons, we have bugs. And when you get a little bit closer to the tree, because this is the home of the dragons, that's why it's a little scarce at the top and stuff, and that's why the tree is also always smoking. Because, you know, dragons live here, so the tree's constantly smoking. That's why we got some burnt branches, even the base of the tree. We have smoke coming from the base of the tree because, you know, the dragons also have an underground thing, and we just blue jay or whatever. We cause smoke. So that's kind of the logic here. But yeah, we've got birdhouses, we've got bird baths, we have a bird. The other birds got away because they're staying at my rear. We've got a bit of texturing done to the tree. We've got this entrance. We've got, like I said, the lights add-on. Why is that constantly changing? Why is that not changing to the right color? It's not blue. There we go. Doesn't look blue like it used to. Anyway, we'll hope to change that out. Because of the wool add-on, we can make glow wool, which is how this here lights up with the glow sheet. And yeah, this is our next big thing that we're doing here is we're going to have to terraform all this. I want a waterfall kind of thing here, but I want it to be seen from the front, which means it's got to be a really big waterfall. Wide, that is, not necessarily tall. Because I'm limited on height. The wool army that is attacking me from over here. We are surrounded by the wool army. So we have some tanks up over here, and we have the wool army. We have the hay army, tanks right there, and soldiers right here. So I cannot make the waterfall taller than like right around here, which is where I think I might have it set somewhere around there. We got a BB chasing. So this is all got to go at some point. I haven't decided how much it's going to go or how it's going to look, but I do need to make some. We do have keep inventory on here, so that's because I play with a lot of friends that are on mobile, and it's harder for them. My next realm, when this resets, probably in another year or two, will not have keep inventory on. I've already had some of them say they won't be coming back to play, and I'm like, okay, that's your choice. But I want to get off of that. But yeah, this is my realm. This is my insanity. This is, how do I have this here? This is, like I said, this is my second base. It's still a work in progress. This is where I'm doing my dragon scale collections of sorts. I need to finish breeding the dragons, getting a few of them up there, and then I'll have all of this going, including the new dragons, which are you as a reindeer, you as a samurai, and I forgot who else. There's another new one somewhere. I think that guy. Yeah, that guy. No, yeah, maybe not. I don't remember. There's a couple new dragons. And then build more things down here. Build the bamboo thing over here somewhere. Put super smelter. But yeah, definitely copy this build and build this on console craft at some point. The other thing I want to do is the XP thing. The other thing I want to do is also get these two villagers. And I have to find the exact points again, but somewhere inside this tunnel, there is a point that it's over there where you see those torches, and then to the left, and then you get into the jungle area, and then we get the jungle villagers, and we're gonna get these two to breed jungle villagers, and then make a trading hall or something down here. And that's Chase's area over there, his ancient city. But yeah, we decided to clear these out. So mine and his are both cleared out. I just left the floating candles. I think he did the same thing. I don't know. But yeah, these actual columns right here, they actually go into the dragon thing. These are going to be the waterless elevators, just in case I need to send anything to storage. Like this one here is actually set up. The rest of them are not. They're just marked out as to where that room is. And yeah, that's the Dragon Nexus. Oh, wait. Why is this not... Why is this... Hold on. Hold on. He was there. Yay. I think that I took out the chunk corner blocks. However, it's not difficult to re-add them. Yeah. Okay. Somehow my chat got frozen, so I need to catch up real quick. Ballast, Q to Lamadama, special delivery. BB was there. Yay. Ads back. Dragons be littering. That wool is wild. There's tinkers in this world. Phone B. Oh man, that's impressive syntax. Thank you for that. Thank you for the tour. I have to head out. Fun. Okay, cool. Yeah, this is the old head mop, so it still works. I haven't put in the new one because then these will disappear. I think I haven't tested that. I'm not sure if I can keep the heads. I might swap out the old one for the new one. I haven't tested it. Something I gotta test. If it doesn't keep the heads, we're gonna stick with the old one until it dies, because I want the heads. But yeah, that'll be it. And yeah, why did you do this? It's not even efficient. It's spilling everywhere. Look at that. It's on the floor. The heck? Yeah, it goes in there, but you need to have, you need to like that. See? Now it'll stay in there. Anyway. Here's me criticizing BB. Thank you for all the hard work, by the way, BB. Alright, anyway, we're going to go ahead and leave. I'm not sure if I can actually... I have to see. I don't know. I got things to do. I got to get ready to go to work. I'm already about almost half an hour over. 25 minutes over, to be exact. I will see everybody on Thursday when... Baby, really? I'll see everybody on Thursday when I will be probably back on content. Just get off the block, dodo head. I am not going to mind your butt. There you go. So anyway, I will probably be going back to creative. I think we'll just... You cannot suffocate in the portal frames. Okay. I wasn't trying to. You're the only ding dong that tried. Anyway, so we'll probably go back into creative to try and finish off working on the gold farm design. Now, if I could figure out how to put in more portals one behind the other, that'd be great. If I cannot... I gotta just make a smaller portal and then move it up. I don't know. We'll see how that works. But, we will see everybody on Thursday. I have a doctor's appointment tomorrow, so definitely can't do it tomorrow. GG's, everybody. Bye. All right, let's see. So we...